one of the most depraved crimes a person could possibly commit against another human being. A woman is dead after being set on fire in the subway, and tonight a person of interest is in custody.
Opinions vary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Varied. It's Opinions with an A. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we do have a person in custody. This person now, as we're learning, is an illegal immigrant, somebody who shouldn't be here in the first place, but we're getting more now. This person was arrested in June of 2018, June 1st to be exact, I'm reading it right here, by the Border Patrol in Arizona. This person was then deported June 7th, 2018, gone, never to be seen again, deported out of the country. However, obviously, he's back, and no one has any idea when he came back or where he came through to get back. He is one of the ones who snuck in right under our noses as Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Alejandro Mayorkas intentionally left our border wide open. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and Alejandro Mayorkas should be arrested and charged with treason. They have violated Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution. I will post it so you can read what that is. And blood is on their hands again. We have a depraved act by this sick, I probably can't say the word on YouTube, but you could just fill in the blank to whatever you like. And now we have it again. Over and over again. How many times do we have to see American citizens murdered, slaughtered, graped, whatever else you want to say? Now we have them burned alive by people who shouldn't be here in the first place because of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Alejandro Mayorkas. When does it end? Hopefully January 20th at midnight. It ends, and we start shipping these people out of here by the thousands. I don't care. I want them all out. You disagree? I don't care. Let's get into Fox News. We'll learn more about this. Let's go.
And we begin with a Fox News alert. A man is arrested after allegedly setting fire to a sleeping subway passenger in New York City, killing the innocent women. And sources tell us the suspect is in the country illegally.
Madeline Rivera joins us now with the details on this horrible story. Maddie?
Yeah, the details are certainly disturbing, guys. We do want to warn viewers, the video you're about to watch is graphic. This happened Sunday morning. The NYPD says a person of interest whom they now have in custody and the victim are both riding the F subway train bound for Stillway Avenue in Brooklyn. As the train pulled into the station, the suspect walked up to the victim and lit her on fire. Flames quickly overcame the woman, and in one of the most chilling perhaps of this incident, police say the suspect did not leave. Instead, he sat on a bench on the platform just outside the train car. Video appears to show the suspect watching the victim burn. Because he did not leave, the police officers, through their body cameras, were able to get images of the suspect. They distributed those, and the NYPD says 3 high schoolers recognized the suspect. Sources tell Fox News Digital the suspect is 33-year-old Sebastian Zapeta. While police did not identify the person of interest, a high-level NYPD source told Fox News Digital the individual entered the U.S. illegally from Guatemala in 2018 when President-elect Trump was president during his first term. The person of interest has no prior arrests in New York City and 1 prior arrest in Arizona, the source said, though details about the arrest were not available.
This is a psychopath, a complete and utter psychopath. He's no different than the Mangione character. 2 psychopaths, 2 depraved sociopath psychopaths, and they need to be extinguished. Okay? Sooner the better. And to sit there and watch this, maybe this is what happens where he's from. You can't bring everything from there here without here becoming there. And we are becoming there. And it needs to stop. It needs to be reversed immediately.
At this hour, I am pleased to announce that a short time ago, alert NYPD transit officers took a person of interest into custody. I want you to know that this apprehension was another in what has become a series of joint efforts involving different crimes between the police and the public we serve.
So now this is the post that New York Governor Kathy Hochul is being criticized for. She said on X, in March, I took action to make our subway safer for the millions of people who take the trains each day. Since deploying the National Guard of New York to support the NYPD and the MTA safety efforts and adding cameras to all subway cars, crime is going down and ridership is going up.
Yeah, it's going down. People just being lit on fire, slashed in the face, stabbed. It's still going. The fare beating is going down. Maybe the people jumping the turnstile to get into the subway for free. Maybe that's going down. But the stabbings, the slashings, the arson, the human torches, that's going up. How many times can we continue to be gaslit by these people? Stop voting for these progressive dystopian nightmares to run your cities, your states, your counties, and your countries. Stop doing it. They ruin everything. Everything they touch, they ruin.
They ruin. They ruin.
New York Democratic Congressman Richie Torres called her post tone deaf. Guy, Carly, and Brian.
All right.
Tone deaf? Tone deaf's a nice way to put it.
Maddie, thanks so much. Tone deaf, yeah, to say the least. I mean, you're sitting there touting the safety of the subways, and this is hours after someone was lit up on live because she nodded off on a subway train. Can you imagine? Is there a more horrific way to die?
It's almost too horrible to fathom or even discuss. And unfortunately, we're put in this position because of allegedly what that man that you see on your screen did. And to make matters worse, this surveillance video appears to show that the suspect sat on a bench and watched this woman burn to death as police were already starting to respond to the scene. He stayed at the scene of the crime. And going back to Kathy Hochul's tweet and her touting that the subway system has become safer under her leadership, it wasn't only this that happened. Yesterday on a Queens subway, 2 people were stabbed and a 37-year-old died.
Yeah, so 2 killings in the subways. And you can say this is, bad timing for Governor Hochul to have put out this self-congratulatory tweet on subway safety. Yes, it's bad timing. It's also bad policy.
She put it out after. It wasn't like she put this out and then had the bad luck of this happening like a few minutes later. She put this out after this happened. That's how tone deaf. That's how much these people could care less about you.
Daddy, chill.
This is what, like I said, I did a video way back about this, about New York and the electorate. I said Kathy Hochul went against Lee-Zeldin 2 years ago. If that election was today, Lee-Zeldin wins. Lee-Zeldin wins. He came close. Lee-Zeldin would be the governor of New York if that election happens today.
That's why we're getting this problem. And it's been an issue now for years. I think Hochul very belatedly is catching up to the political reality, but the mess has already been made, and it's going to take a long time and quite possibly completely new leadership to change anything, because the current constellation of New York leadership has been a disgrace on this issue. We're just learning a few things about this suspect, including that he's in the country illegally, allegedly from Guatemala, with a criminal record in another state. It would make sense for someone like that to come to New York, a sanctuary jurisdiction, where he could just hang out until he decides to burn someone to death.
Correct. And Eric Adams, as much of an idiot he is, and the way he's turned the upper echelon into the NYPD into a complete disaster, that's a whole nother story. But at least Eric Adams is saying, I want these kind of people out. I will help deport them. You have governors all over this country, these left-wing lunatics, who are saying they would let this guy, the one you're looking at on the screen right now, who burns somebody alive, they would shield ICE from taking this person out of the country. That's what you're dealing with. That's why I say, get these progressives, these left-wing loons, out of office. Vote them out. You are putting your lives in danger by putting these people in office. That's how serious it is.
So, Guy, my sense is that we're going to find out this guy's got much more of a criminal history. I don't think you indiscriminately burn somebody alive and think to yourself, I've never done anything like this before.
Right, you don't jump to that.
Yeah, that's my sense. But
nobody gets caught the first time, guys. Nobody gets caught the first time. I'm not saying he's burned anybody alive before, but a lot of other things led up to this. Nobody, just like they just said, just decides, I'm a good guy, but today I'm going to burn somebody alive for no reason who just fell asleep on a subway. Doesn't work that way.
The other thing to keep in mind, too, is to the cover of the New York Post. I'm watching local coverage just to see how local coverage is. They never even bring up his legal status. They say a New York. It's a main part of the story. We know people commit crimes, but when illegal immigrants come here, many as criminals, to commit more crimes, you say to yourself, if the government does its job, we would not be in this type of danger. And I also think that this all plays into the bigger picture of why you need massive deportation and begins with criminals.
Yeah, no, that's right. And Eric Adams, and he recognizes that. And that's why he sat down and spoke to Tom Homan and says, you got to get the criminal migrants out of the city. But his hands are tied because not only is New York City a sanctuary city, it's also in a sanctuary state, which goes to the point of Kathy Hochul and policy change that she needs to take leadership under. I mentioned Tom Homan because yesterday he was in Arizona and he introduced Donald Trump, who was speaking at America Fest. And Donald Trump laid out his day one priorities, and you better believe the border control and getting criminal illegal immigrants out of this country is among them.
On my first day back in the Oval Office, I will sign a historic slate of executive orders to close our border to illegal aliens and stop the invasion of our country. And on that same day, we will begin the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower. The DEA, the FBI, the intelligence community, and financial sanctions to remove the migrant gangs and criminals that are killing and raping and maiming our citizens. We're going to get them out. We're going to get them out. We're going to get them out fast. We have no choice.
You ever see the movie Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman from I believe 1988, when he was playing Joe Clark? It's based on a true story. It went into to be the principal of a school. It was a school that was in shambles. And basically day one, you know what he did? Rounded everybody up in that school who was a problem and threw them right the hell out. That's what I want to see. I want to see the scene on the stage, if you're familiar with it, from Lean on Me, when they just round up all the problem people and get them the hell out.
You are all expurgated. You are dismissed. You are out of here forever. I wish you well. Mr. Wright.
That's what has to happen.
So he's going to get him out. That isn't a big surprise. The way we do it, know that it's just weeks away. People should be ready for it. He knows he's going criminal first, and then he's going to people overstayed their visas, and then he's going to get to the next wave. It'll take about 1.5 years just to get the criminals out.
There are so many people in this country illegally who have subsequently not just been accused of additional crimes, convicted of additional crimes. That is the easiest low-hanging fruit to start with.
Like I said, Biden, Harris, Mayorkas, they should be arrested and tried for treason. This was intentional. It was intentional.
And there's also over 1 million people in this country illegally with active deportation orders already against them. Right, so you put that group together, we're talking about millions of people. And if you want to look at the polling, Brian and Carly, through the years, these deportation ideas have been unpopular until very recently. And I think the reason is the type of story that we led with. In the subways of New York, people say, get that type of person who has no right to be here, harming our folks, out of the country. And now it's majority supported. People are sick of this. So
one of the things that they bring up is the census. And illegal immigrants are counted in the census. So if you have...
How is that? How are illegal immigrants counted in our census? How? Where are we? What's going on?
Emotional damage.
Somebody in the comments, maybe you could help me. How the hell are people that don't even belong here counted in our census?
Migrants moving.
If they're counted, then you know what you do? You ship them out and then you subtract them from the census. Oh, your number 500,055. Okay, thank you. Now turn around, please. Put your hands behind your back. Now you're out of here. Now we're down to number 500,000, whatever, 54. Okay, that's how it should work.
To the country, then the representation stays or increases if more migrants move in than people are moving out. I think it's a fair question to ask.
They want those, right? Because a lot of these people are living in the shadows. So they're very
like
specific looking
was,
numbers,
in
but
the shadows.
I guarantee you those stats undercount the actual influx of illegal immigrants, especially into places like California.
And just by the way, they follow our news, illegal immigrants, potential illegal immigrants, coyotes, better than we do, right? They have great. How many moves to the border are not happening now? Because they know who's president, who's coming in. So how many people are going to go? It's not worth it to sacrifice my house and my family to get those $25,000 to give to somebody who's going to bring me to the border and then get me through and find those holes in the border.
Strong messaging might already be helping the situation.
Tom Homan in 15 minutes will be here because they know the flip side of this. And the reason, back to your point, Guy, the reason why more people are into mass deportation now, I think, is because they know you don't turn off the Hispanic audience and the potential Hispanic voters just because you're cracking down on the border. It was conventional wisdom. You crack down on the border, wrong message to Hispanics. And now they say, no, right message. I came here the right way, and don't lump me in with people trying to break the law.
I've been saying that for years. I said, I don't care if Hispanic, whatever, whoever, wherever you came from, if you came here legally, and did everything you needed to do, paid the money, jumped through the hoops, did everything you were supposed to do to become a legal United States citizen, you should be even more upset about what's going on. You got people jumping the line and just basically saying to you, hey, schmuck, you did all that. I didn't have to. And I'm getting everything for free. There you go. They should be outraged, and they are. They are outraged. Excuse me. They are outraged, which is why Donald Trump got over, what, 55% of the Hispanic vote now? If it's going to keep growing more and more. He's going to keep getting more and more of that vote, especially if he does what he said he's going to do and get everybody illegal who's here illegally out of here. So I'll put a video up top I did yesterday about slashing that we had in the subway last week. A 17-year-old girl just, slashed in the face for no reason. Just a guy who was having a bad life decided she was going to slash her in the face. I would never let I have a daughter. She's not 21 yet. Not a chance that I would let her go into the city by herself on a New York City subway. Not a chance. Okay? Not a chance. Not on a subway. No way. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Get these people out immediately? Yes? No? Tell me why you don't think we should. If that's how you feel. If you think I'm wrong. Let me know. I need a good reason. Make it make sense for me if you possibly can. I don't think you can, but try. Appreciate you watching. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on X. Both at Opinions Vary. Continue watching on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time right here at Opinions Vary.
Opinions vary.